right, welcome into another edition of the 2025 MLB Draft Spotlight Show. I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Henry Ford, arguably the top name in the 2025 class, at least from a names perspective. Henry, what's going on, dude?
Nothing. Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Let's kick this thing off, dude. Tell the viewers, tell the listeners, who is Henry Ford? What are you all about on the
hmm
field and then off the field? Hobbies, passions. What are you doing with that spare time?
Yeah. I think on the field, above all, I'm a competitor and I want to win. I think that's what's most important to me. And winning as a team, being a good teammate, putting the team first, I think is my main focus. Off the field, super chill, low key. Kind of just go with the flow. Love to hang out with family and friends a lot. Um, we've been playing a lot of EA college football recently on the PlayStation 5. That's kind of been our thing this fall. So video games, fishing, playing basketball, like, whatever it may be, just spending time together. Really enjoy that.
Sounds like the all-American type of profile. And with that, I have to ask, I have to get the question out of the way,
Yeah,
man. The origins of the name. I mean, is there anything special behind
yeah.
Henry Ford and how that became your name?
There's nothing behind it. I get asked a lot about it. It's funny because I was either going to be Harrison Ford or Henry Ford. So
No
either
way.
way, either way it was going to be a famous name. But my mom just liked Henry, and I mean, I think they knew what they were doing, but she liked the name and just kind of rolled with it.
Have you had any nicknames spawn from Henry Ford? Like, is there anything
Yeah,
that's stuck
yeah,
with you?
yeah. Like some guys will call me like Model T, assembly line, like stuff like that. Yeah,
Assembly line. That's a nice
yeah,
nickname right there. I
yeah.
dig it. I dig it. All right. So, Henry, tell me a little bit about your freshman year. You're going to be a draft eligible true sophomore. You play a little bit of first base last year. The bat
Mhm.
was one of the louder bats in the ACC. I'm wondering what your experience was like taking to college baseball and just how quickly you transitioned.
Yeah. I mean, it was insane. I think growing up around this program, it was always a dream of mine to play here and to win here and have success here. So I came in with super high expectations for myself, and I worked really hard to try and meet those expectations. So I'm not going to say like I expected like all of it to happen like it did, but I had high expectations, and I feel like I just took it one day at a time, which was huge. Showed up every day, did my routine, had fun with the boys, and really didn't think too far ahead. Took it one day at a time, one game at a time, um, and just really focused on trying to win and trying to help the team in whatever way I could. And I think that was the biggest part of the success that I had.
I went back and cycled through your senior year in high school, and
hmm
you weren't the most involved in the tournament and showcase circuit.
hmm
Kind of a little bit of a call it a hidden gem. And with that in mind, what was it like adjusting from high school pitching to regularly seeing 91 to 93 with a breaker?
Yeah, I thought I didn't really have trouble with it at all, to be honest. I was fortunate to go to like a really great high school, Baylor School in Tennessee, where, I mean, our rival high school was their three starters were 95, 96, and 93, all going to the SEC. So I'd seen that velo before, and I trained off it too. Fortunate to have great facilities up there and a great coach, Coach Kinney, Coach Ellie, who, I was always, hitting spin, hitting, high velo. I knew what I was getting into in college, and I wanted to be as prepared as I could for that. And I also think going to play for the Tom Sox the summer before I got to UVA was huge. Seeing, um, velo every day, but also just playing every day and playing the amount of games that I played in such a short amount of time. I think it helped me to kind of learn about leaving the 0 for 4 days behind and getting ready for the next day as quick as you can. Where as in high school, playing 2 or 3 games a week, I felt like I would kind of dwell on it sometimes, but playing every day, it was like 0 for 4, whatever. Like let's get it tomorrow, just kind of move on. And I think that was big for me as well.
How'd you take to going from playing third base in high school, moving to first base last year. You're making another move to right field this year. How's it been adjusting?
Yeah, I didn't think the adjustment to first base was too difficult. I felt comfortable over there, and I thought it was similar. I thought the picks over there were very similar to kind of like the short hops and long hops that you take at third base. So I felt like super comfortable with those, and just learning the double play footwork was the thing for me. As soon as I kind of got that down, a couple weeks, I felt super comfortable over there. And then right field, I think it's just all reps. I think the more that I'm out there, the more comfortable I feel. And, just getting out there, getting reads off the bat in BP, taking, fungos and stuff like that, throwing the bases. I feel like the more reps I get out there, the more comfortable I feel.
Are you partial to a specific position? Like going forward, let's say you get
Mm.
drafted in July and a team says, "Hey, we're going to try you out all over the place." Is there a spot that you, I guess, enjoy more than most?
I'll be honest, I'll play wherever the team needs me. And that's how I've always been. I feel like I'm athletic enough to play wherever, and if a team needs me to play somewhere, I'll play it. I just want to help the team, and that's kind of been my outlook on my position my whole life. I played catcher, shortstop, second, third, short, like pretty much every position you could play. So that's kind of my view on it.
You guys are just kind of coming to the end of fall ball now at Virginia. What does this winter look like for you? Is there anything specific that
Mhm.
you're looking to specifically improve?
Yeah, I think continuing to improve my bat speed is big, and I think just kind of having a daily approach in what I do. A big thing we talk about is situational hitting, and I kind of have a routine that I have right now of what I do, and to be honest, like I just want to stick to that and continue to harp on those things that I'm working on. A lot of approach based stuff, not a lot of swing based stuff. So just trying to nail down my approach. Hitting different pitches, hitting off different machines. Challenging myself, stuff like that is mainly what I'm going to focus on.
Leading into the 2023 draft, I'm curious, did you do very many Zoom interviews with scouts? And I guess another part of that would be now that we're in November, have you done any Zoom interviews with scouts for this cycle?
I haven't done any for this cycle. I did 3 or 4 in-person meetings at my high school when in 2023, but nothing really like came from that.
Was there I'm trying to think, was there a question that was asked in any of those Zoom meetings that you thought was particularly strange?
Mm,
No, no peanut butter in the fridge. No, do you have a girlfriend?
No,
None of that.
to be honest, I don't really remember. There probably was, but no, I don't really remember it.
Okay. As you look forward to 2025, I found it really interesting that you want to continue to improve your bat speed because,
Hmm.
man, do you have bat speed? Like that's in the back pocket. What do you like to do to improve your bat speed? Is there any specific drills that you are plugged in on?
Um, yeah, I've got some stuff that I do off the tee that I was taught in high school. Just really trying to stay. I'm a guy that likes to be on plane early and less handsy than most guys. I kind of like to feel the barrel of my bat kind of fly off my shoulder. So just stuff like that, staying super short and super connected, I think helps a lot with that. And to be honest, just like lifting heavy and getting stronger. I think there's a lot going on, with swings and swing training and stuff like that, and improving bat speed. I like to keep it simple. I think, I put on 10 pounds this summer and, I already feel like my bat speed's more. So I keep it simple. I stick to my drills, work really hard in the weight room and, just kind of go from there.
We're going to get to the team goals in just a minute, Henry, but
Mhm.
17 homers as a teenager, an OPS over 1,000 in the ACC. Do you have any specific goals carved out for 2025?
Um, Nothing really like numbers wise. I think I just want to be a leader on this team, and I want to continue to be a better teammate. And I think I know it's not. I know you said we're going to get to the team, but I mean the biggest thing I'm focused on is a national championship, and that's whatever I do to help us do that, is what I'm happy with. So if it's hidden, oh sorry, the lights went out. Motion.
Oh, you're good. I've never had that
So
happen before.
yeah. So whatever that may be, whatever my numbers may turn out, as long as I can help us, win a national championship, I'm happy with it.
You had some veteran leaders on that team this
Yeah.
past year. What were you able to take away from those guys that you want to bring to the team this year?
I think Griff O'Farrell was huge for me. He, having success like he did as a freshman, I came to him a lot. So just kind of trying to mentor some of the freshmen that are in the program now and help them with, what they're going through. Kind of like he did with me is definitely something I'm trying to do. And I think that he was just a great leader. He really didn't speak a lot, but he led by example and he did everything the right way. We have a super high standard in this program, and he always held himself and other people to it, without being sort of rah rah. So I'm kind of trying to be like that a little bit more this year, and I think our team does a really good job of that in general, though, just holding guys to a high standard and not cutting corners and doing things the right way.
Is there a guy growing up that you modeled your game after that you looked up to?
Yeah, Ryan Zimmerman. Yeah, growing up
Oh,
in
good call.
Charlottesville. Yeah, growing up in Charlottesville. Yeah, he was my favorite player, and big third baseman. That was who I always modeled myself after.
That's a great call, man. Good pull. All right, I got three more questions for you. Get you out of here.
hmm
Let's say you play until you're 40. Let's say give you a
hmm
19-year MLB career. Um, what's the one walk-up song that you'd be comfortable sticking with for the next 2 decades?
I think I got to go with my one right now, "Up Around the Bend" by CCR. It's just
Okay,
simple,
Frieden.
kind of gets me a little fired up. Not too much. I don't like a song that gets me like through the roof, but it kind of locks me in a little bit. Super simple, catchy. I could see myself sticking with that for sure.
I like that. Okay, University of Virginia. Current teammates, previous teammates. Who's the one guy that you're not going to let date your sister?
I'm gonna go with Antonio Parada. Antonio
Okay.
Parada. Yeah, he's in my class. He's one of my boys, but yeah, we're gonna go with him.
All right, air it out, air it out. Last question. The whole team goes out to a team dinner, right?
Mhm.
Who's the one guy that you don't trust to order food for everyone?
It's a great question. I, I think I'm gonna go with Henry Godbout. He
Henry.
eats he eats some weird stuff. He's got great taste and he likes a lot of food that I like, but he eats some weird stuff. So he might
Now,
order something weird.
when you say weird stuff, are we talking weird
He's
seafood? Like, what are we talking here?
Yeah, like he just always has like a weird like concoction, like mushroom like tea or like something like just like that you've never heard of. I don't even know. Like he's always got something though.
Henry will most definitely be on the show in the next couple of weeks, the next month or so. That's all I have for you today, Henry. Henry Ford, University of Virginia, one of the best sluggers in the class. Dude, thanks for joining the show. Really looking forward to seeing what 2025 can bring to the table for you and the Who's.
Yeah, thanks for having me.